Tell me about yourself. Why can this simple question feel like a trap? I mean, if you've ever found yourself rambling on, overthinking, or even freezing when you're asked this, you are totally not alone. But today, I'm going to show you how to answer with clarity and, more importantly, confidence. So, why is this question so hard and powerful? When you actually get it right, it can be very powerful too. But why is it so hard? People try and sound too impressive. They try and say too much and end up confusing themselves and the listener. I had a client and we started off doing an interview style role play, and the first question I asked is, tell me about yourself. She started listing every single job she'd ever done. She completely ran out of time. I started to fall asleep before she even shared the amazingness that she has. So you don't need to share everything. Please don't share everything. You need to make it easy for the other person to understand you quickly. With all parts of English communication, think about the other person. What do they need to hear? What do they want to hear? And then you will fly. Okay, so there's three parts, three executive parts. You can say hello to my dogs. I have one here and one underneath my feet right now. First of all, who are you? What's your job title? I'm based in For example, I am a business English teacher or business English coach. I am based in Gozo in Malta. I'm a project manager based in Madrid. You can add a little bit. Leading cross-cultural marketing teams. Depends on how clear your job role is. What do you help with? Your value, not the task list. Nobody wants to hear someone else's to-do list because they don't really want to look at their own. So, I help X achieve X. So I help teams deliver creative campaigns that actually meet deadlines and keep the client happy. What do you actually do? Who do you help and with what? I'm an accountant and I ensure that everything is delivered on time. What you're focused on or why you're here, depending on where you are and what you're doing, because these suggestions can be used in job interviews and networking situations anytime that you're meeting someone for the first time. So networking event, you might say, right now, I'm expanding my international client base. This could be online or it could be face-to-face. If you're in an interview, you could say, I'm looking for a new challenge where I can lead a team and make a real impact. I'm going to give you a few don't do's. Don't start with, please don't start with, well, I was born in. Don't list every job and task from your CV. Please don't list your CV ever. There's no requirement to ever list your CV ever. Don't apologize for your English. Please don't apologize for your English. Don't say my English is not good. You are already communicating. It's good enough. If they can understand you and you can understand them, it's good enough. You do not ever need to apologize for your English. Please delete that from your vocabulary. And don't overcomplicate your introduction with technical jargon or company-specific terms. Think about your audience. Who are you talking to? If you're going for a very technical-based job, then obviously technical jargon would be relevant. But when you're in a networking event and you're meeting other professionals, maybe from the same geographical area, the fact that you work in IT is above a lot of people's heads. So don't overcomplicate your introduction. Think about your audience. I've got some good phrases, bonus phrases for you. So, I work in industry, but what I really focus on is this would be really handy if you have a side hustle. A lot of people do. You could also say what you really love is. I've been in this role, whatever role it is, for 6 years. And what I love most is, you'll notice that these are positive things. Okay. No one wants to hear why you don't like your boss or why the job is driving you crazy. If you can come up with something really positive, that is what people want to hear. One project I'm proud of was when, this is a great story hook for when if you're in an interview, what project are you most proud of? So if time allows this, then you can add that as well. I'm currently learning 2 new skills because I love growing outside my comfort zone. Shows growth mindset, shows you're improving yourself. I had a client and she was actually learning English and taking an HR qualification. In addition to that, she was moving on to do her master's. So these kind of pieces of information show what you're interested in. They show that you're a self-learner, and these elements of your personality show a lot about the type of person that you are. So brilliant. So going back to my client that I mentioned earlier. So the first time she had to introduce herself in a high stakes setting, which was actually a Zoom call with her boss, all she said was hi. That was it, because she froze. She completely froze. So let's go back to that. Let's take my name and use me as an example. So if you were going to please introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Joanne Hayward, and you might add a surname depending on if you are among people that don't know you at all. If you are within a company situation, where you already know people in there, you might say, I'm Joanne. But I would say, I'm Joanne Hayward. I'm based in Gozo, Malta, which is a gorgeous country and area. And I am a business English coach. So I help professional women modify their English to achieve leadership status. I'm right here. I'm expanding my international client base. I don't know. I can't say what I'm thinking because I'm not in a networking situation. I'm here to share my experience with you. That's why I'm here. There you go. So if I was actually in a networking situation, I would make a relevant comment. And also, in addition to that, I might say, if it wasn't a networking situation, I might also say something relevant to the situation that you're in. So if you are there to learn a particular skill, maybe you're there, a training session on AI, I would then doctor my response to, and I'm loving learning about more about AI. Or maybe there was a particularly amazing speaker. I loved hearing Mr. Such and such speak about this. This immediately brings you into a situation where you have something to talk about. So there's a couple of extra bonuses for networking. Okay, so this is a short and very sharp training on how to answer that question. Tell me about yourself. So don't forget who you are, job title, role, what you help with and who you help and what you help with, and what you're currently focused on. So think about those 3 only. You can always develop into more in the future. But if you want to practice your introduction with me, drop it in the comments and I will give you feedback. So just write it out, very straightforward. 1, 2, 3. I am based in I help achieve or what do you actually do? So I help teams deliver creative campaigns that meet deadlines and keep the clients happy. One example. And then what you're focused on right now or why you're here. So right now I'm expanding imagine an actual situation. It's much easier if you imagine yourself in a situation that maybe has happened before. And if it's online, if you meet people online most often, practice an online version. And do you know what? You can even record yourself saying it, listen back, see what you think, and then you can always upgrade. If you want some phrases, let me know. I have plenty of phrases that I can help you with. But if you want to practice your introduction with me, drop it into the DMs. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a YouTube video every single week. So subscribe and then you'll receive notifications that I've done one for this week and what it's about. And if you want my Brain Gym Toolkit for English fluency, just let me know. It's absolutely amazing. It has weak versus strong phraseology. It's got games that you can play with yourself that improve your fluency. It has maps of how to organize yourself in meetings and long conversations. It's an absolute game changer. One of my clients used one simple phrase taken from the Brain Gym, and she actually turned around and said, I sound like a leader. I can hear the difference in my own speech. If that's you, I'm going to drop a link to the Brain Gym for English fluency in the comments. Please go and grab it. It's only €37 for now. It's going up very soon, but it's an absolute game changer. So lovely to see you. I hope this training was useful. Please feel free to share it with your colleagues and friends if you found it useful, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful day.